สวัสดีค่ะ This is part 8 when you biz. Right, okay, so today I have 20 minutes to share with you about how to set up a company and start a business in Thailand. And I would like you to understand, get every information about how to set up a company and how to start your business in Thailand within 20 minutes in one video. Okay, so first of all, you will need to know that foreigners cannot just start a business like Thai people do as individual. You will need to set up a company, or you can set up that business under your wife's, your girlfriend, boyfriend's name who are Thai. But what if the couple breaks up? You will lose everything, right? The best way to protect your business, to protect your asset, to protect your investment is you to set up a Thai company. It could be a foreign company, but it will be more complicated. It will cost you lots of money and time because you will need to ask BOI, for example, Thailand Board of Investment, to promote your project, your business. And then one of BOI's privilege is you can have a foreign company. Or if you don't want to have a foreign company through BOI, then you have to ask an approval from Thailand Department of Business Development. That is even more complicated than getting promotion from BOI. So the quickest way that I would like to suggest you is that to set up a Thai company. What does Thai company means? A Thai company means that Thai people, doesn't matter how many people, hold 51% of the shares of the company. And you as foreigners and your foreign partners can hold maximum in total 49%, right? I'm sorry. So a Thai company means that first of all, you will need to have at least a few Thai people to help you to hold the 51% shares. Each one of them need to have less than 25%. Otherwise, they can control the company, right? In Pattaya, what we do is that in Pattaya DBD, we call DBD. DBD stands for Department of Business Development. If they see your name on the papers on the day that you would like to set up a company, they will ask the Thai people to show the bank statements, personal bank statements, to check that those Thai people, they are not nominees. So the safest way that I always suggest people to do this, but you must not share this information with the Thai authority, right, is that on day one, you set up a pure Thai, 100% Thai company. What I mean is that you need a Thai director to help you to sign the papers, and you will need 3 Thai shareholders to help you to hold the 100%. So it's called pure Thai company. Both of shareholders and directors are Thai people. And then after that, 30 days or 40 days after the company is formed, you put yourself in as one of the directors of the company and put yourself in as the majority shareholder, hold 49%, and the rest of your Thai friends hold in total 51%. Then you will have a Thai company. Before you set up a company, before you spend money on this, what you need to know, the most important thing that you need to know is that you will need to have an office. Doesn't matter that you are going to work from home, from your condominium, one-man show. The thing is that you need a premises that you can register the company's address at that address, right? So before you rent any shop, any bars, any restaurants, anywhere, make sure that you tell the owner of the buildings, the landlords, that you're going to do a serious business here. You would like to set up a company and you would like to use that address to be the company's premises, right? In order to do this, you will need to tell them, the landlord, that you need some important documents. Without those documents, you cannot use that address to be the company's address. Those documents are the rent contract, the title deed, front and back, ID card and house registration of the landlord, house registration of the place, and the selling contract. If they cannot provide you these documents, forget about that place. Find somewhere else. Because setting up a company, start a business in Thailand, you need these documents to get social security insurance for your Thai staff. And if the company earns 1.8 million baht a year, you need VAT registration. And getting VAT is difficult. And the revenue department needs these 5 documents, right? Okay, so when you meet the owner of the place, you ask them to provide you these documents and you have everything. You set up a company. First, you set up a pure 100% Thai company. 30 days later, you put yourself in as one of the directors and one of the shareholders. Then you have a proper company. All right. The next thing is that, one very important thing as well. One work permit. One visa for foreigner. The capital of the company must be 2 million baht if the visa of the foreigner is non-immigrant B. But if you hold non-immigrant or marriage visa or Thai child support, the company's capital can be 1 million baht. And you don't need 1 million or 2 million baht cash in the company's bank account right away. Because everything can be on papers. Well, the truth is the law. What the law says is that you need to have money, right? Every shareholder put money together, and it's either 1 million or 2 million in total. But the government, they know that if they expect everyone to have 1 million, 2 million, 5 million for real, there will be no SMEs in Thailand. SMEs in Thailand stand for small and medium size enterprises. Right, okay, so let's say that now you are going to apply for non-B visa. So you need to set up a 2 million baht capital company and you have everything from the landlord and you set up the company. The next thing is that the law states that one work permit needs to have 4 Thai staff to support the work permit. These 4 Thai staff is a tricky bit. I'm sorry. What I mean is that even when I start my business, I don't have 4 Thai staff. I couldn't afford, right? And this is an obstacle for foreigners who want to have a business in Thailand. What I help my customers is that I put our people into their company social security insurance. Don't say this to anyone. Don't report me as well, because this is something that someone risk their career to help you. And if you want to have business in Thailand, you need to accept this, that there is some ways around, right? Okay, so you don't have to spend lots of money on hiring people that you don't need from day one. You can get someone to do something around the obstacle, and somehow you have 4 Thai staff on the book to show to the government that you have 4 Thai staff. It means that these 4 Thai staff will need to be registered in Social Security Insurance of Thailand. It's a health insurance for employees in Thailand. Even you can have if you working for someone, but if you are going to start your own business, you cannot have social security insurance in Thailand. That's the difference, right? Okay, 4 Thai staff, and then you should think about the business license. If you are going to run a business which needs specific business license, for example, if you are going to open a restaurant in Thailand, you will need to have food selling license, liquor selling license, and if you are going to sell cigarettes too, then cigarette selling license. You need to have health and hazardous license from the city hall. If you're going to turn on some music in your place, then you have to have music license from the city hall. If you're going to open a hotel, you need hotel license. If you're going to sell tobacco, gansha, you need the specific business license. And lots of people, lots of agencies in Thailand in your areas, they can help you to do these licenses. And then what about your visa and work permit? Now you have your company, you have the business license, and to stay in Thailand you need a visa, and to work in Thailand you need a work permit, right? So if right now you are holding tourist visa, you can convert the tourist visa to non-immigrant B, business. B stands for business. Or if you married to a Thai national, you can convert it to a marriage visa. If you have Thai children, Thai child, you can convert it to Thai child support visa. And this type of visa, if you have them, you can use it to apply for a work permit. And if your company has BOI, and the type of the business is software, you have 2 years visa and work permit. That's how it works. But if you just have a restaurant, a small bar in Thailand, in Pattaya, 1 year visa, 1 year work permit, right? Okay, so visa and work permit. And then you will want to think about the monthly expenses and the annually expenses. Running a business have lots of expenses apart from the cost of the services, the cost of food, the cost of businesses. You need to pay for social security insurance for your Thai staff. Minimum salary, minimum wages in Chonburi, in Pattaya area is 10,100 baht a month per person. So the social security insurance, employees contribute 5% of their wages, and the employers contribute another 5% for the same person. So in total, 10% of the wages will be paid to Social Security Insurance Office. And if you have 4 Thai staff and every one of them at the minimum wage, you will pay around 4,000 something baht a month for SSI. Let's call it SSI. For SSI, and then your salary tax, which will cost you around 1,800 baht if your minimum wage is 50,000. If you're from Europe, from America, the minimum wage is 50,000 baht for you, and that comes with 1,800 baht salary tax. If you don't have any children, you don't have the Thai wife, so 1,800 baht a month approximately. And then VAT, if the company earns 1.8 million baht a year, you will need to have VAT, and VAT in Thailand is 7% on top of your products and services. But if the company have just started and doesn't really make much income, then you don't need VAT from day one. Monthly accounting services, you might need some help. Service charge start from, it depends on the area. It could be 3,000 baht a month. It also depends on the transactions that you have in each month as well. And then what about the yearly expenses? Every year surely that you need to renew your visa and work permit. Those are expenses and they're not cheap. And every year you will need to submit financial statements to the government agencies. The financial statements in Thailand we call a balance sheet that show profit, income, expenses of the company. And you to submit to DBD, Department of Business Development, Revenue Department. And if the company makes some profit, the first 300K profit of the company is tax exempted. 300K and 1 baht to 3 million baht, 15% corporate income tax. More than 3 million baht profit a year, the corporate income tax is so. And then decide that if you have big sign outside of your building, make sure that you don't just have your language on. You need to have Thai language as well. Otherwise, the sign tax will cost you a fortune. Okay? And what else do you have to think about? Okay, building tax. Before you rent any place in Thailand, you need to check the contract that who will be paying for the building tax. The building tax supposed to be the landlord's responsibility to pay, but most of landlords in Thailand, they push the responsibility to the tenants. So you have to check that, do you have to pay for the building tax in each year? And if you have to, how much it's gonna cost you? That's a very important point before you sign any contract, any rent contract. Right, okay, so every year, what else that you have to pay apart from your visa and work permit renewals, corporate income tax, the balance sheet, or your personal income tax. You have to submit your personal income tax as well. Without the personal income tax documents, you won't be able to renew your visa and work permit. Building tax, sign tax. Oh, and if you own a bar selling liquor drinks, alcohol drinks, you will need to pay excise tax as well. It's 10% from the income every month, not every year. Okay, and what else you have to understand? Okay, you set up a company, you need to have business license, you need to have your visa and work permit. In order to work in Thailand, you have to think about monthly expenses, yearly expenses. Yeah, pretty much everything. Easy, right? Is it how many minutes already? Spot on, 20 minutes. You see? And if you have any questions, you know how to contact me. I am Pat Walker and I'm here to help you, to support you. If you would like to pursue your dreams, having your own business in Thailand, me the one who can help you. See you next video. Bye.